Hi, I'm Mandy, and today I'm going to show you around the daycare module of JungleChief. JungleChief is a pet management system that will handle all parts of your business: boarding, daycare, walking, transport, soon to come is grooming and training. But today we're concentrating on daycare. Now, as with any system, the more effort you put into setting it up in the beginning, the better it'll work for you. And we're no different at all on that. So up here in the profile area, you'll see an area called administration. In here, there is a lot of areas where you can set up your business and set it up properly in the first time. Now, it will depend on the module you use and what sort of information you'll need to set up. Really easy to follow through. We have help files to do that with you, or we can be online and help you through that as well, depending on how you work. You'll set up things like spaces and pricing and variables and transport modifiers, which are discounts, and all those sorts of things for how your business works. You can really tailor it down to your individual settings. So we're just going to leave that area for a minute, and we're going to go and have a look at the actual daycare module itself. Now, of course, you're going to need owners and you're going to need pets. So let's just have a look at what we do with our owners. Basically, we collect all the information that you would think that you would need. So who is the owner? Do they have another partner with the owner? What is their preferred vet? How do they want to be contacted? Is there an emergency person? And who has the authority to pick up, which is quite a big part of safety. So nice and easy. Then more information, of course, is held against the pet, because after all, it's the pet that you're looking after. So on the pet list, you can straight away see whether they've got a vaccination. Is it current, as in green? Is it expired, red? Or is just there a little, that looks like a spark plug, I know, but it's actually a needle, that tells you that it's not vaccinated. You can go into the pet from just clicking on here, or you can come over to edit. You've also got your kennel sheets here as well. So let's go and have a look at Bob. So we can see who Bob is, what breed he is. If we had his birthday, we could see when he was born and exactly how old he is. So that will automatically work for you. As soon as you type in the date of birth, it will pop up how old he is. We can also hold things like microchip numbers, and registration numbers. And we can have a lovely photo of Bob so that when he comes in the gate, we can indeed know that he is Bob. We have a great notes area for all sorts of parts of the business, and these will appear on the kennel sheets as well. There is an area for the owner to leave notes on the portal, and eventually they will all feed backwards and forwards. There'll be an area so that you know what's going up to the portal, so that you know you can type safely into a box and it's not going to the portal. The other thing that we have added in is weights. Now, there's probably more around the boarding than a daycare, but sometimes it is good to have a weight record, even for daycare, if you're looking after an elderly dog or a dog that is a little bit unwell or a dog that frets a lot. You may want to keep an eye on the weight. Otherwise, it may be more of a boarding feature than a daycare feature. Then you've got your behavior, which is really handy for daycare. Like, what size dog is it? What's their energy level like? And are they good to play with other dogs? So in this case, this dog scores a 6. You can see that the reactivity is very low. So basically, they'll play with any dog, but they need to be in with the high energy dogs because they are extremely well energized. And then you have your vaccines. So in the vaccine area, you can put all the vaccines that are relevant in your area of the world. You can also add your flea treatment and your worming, those sorts of things. You can upload your certificates from the vets, and that way you have everything with you at your fingertips, and the program will tell you whether the vaccination is expired or not. So that's you putting in all of the information that you know. Now, we'll go over to the dashboard area. Now, when you were doing your setups, you would have set up things like spaces for your daycare. So let me just take you in there for a minute. So in here, you can set up all the different areas that you have in daycare. Now, you may just be an open area, and that's fine. Just set up one area. You may have two sets of pricing, however, for certain different things you offer. And in that case, you may want to set up two areas just so that you can have the different pricing on them. So more into that when you're doing your setup, but for now, that's what spaces are about. So we're just going to pop back to daycare. Now you can click on new booking from anywhere in the system. You don't have to come to the daycare board, daycare dashboard to do that. You can see on the dashboard that I've got all my dogs checking in today, and because I haven't checked any in, there's none checking out today. So I'm just going to click on the little green tick here, and that will check in Stevie. And you can see he's now popped in the bottom because he's only here for the day, so we know he's going to check out at the end of the day. Let's also check in Parker. There we go. We've got two already in, and we've got one coming in. In here, we can see who else is in-house already. We've also got the waitlist area. Now, this feeds directly from the portal. So what happens is owner can go into the portal and they can do their booking. Now, currently, all bookings have to be confirmed from you. One day, we may have the facility and you may have the need to allow people to confirm their own bookings. But at the moment, they will come into your waitlist bookings and you just need to confirm the booking. So it will come through because they have been able to see that there's a vacancy and they've booked that space, but you'll still need to finally confirm it just to make sure that they can. Because let's face it, sometimes it's not about whether you have room, it's about whether the dog coming in will mix with the dogs that are due in that day. Then you've got your week ahead. For those that like pretty graphs, you've got your week ahead, and then you've got all bookings. Now, if we were going to do a booking for a daycare, we would just click on the new booking button and we would change it from boarding to daycare. And it'll only show daycare if that's the only module you've got. I'm going to select a pet. We better not put one that's already in there. We'll put in Harley. Okay, so he's going to come in tomorrow on a Friday. And he's going to come in at 7, but he's going to actually go home tomorrow at 3 because Mum's finishing early. So that's what he's doing tomorrow. We're going to click on check occupancy, and that will let us know what areas are available for Friday. So he can go into the small dog area and it tells us what the price is. Now you can add extra services. So if you do offer a walk or a brush out or anything like that, you can pick that. You don't, for a time, just pick a rough time. Brushing him out at 2 o'clock because he's due to go home at 3, and then just submit that. That's because I didn't put in a price, but you get the idea. Now, when you submit, now if you have more than one pet that you're working through the bookings, then you can just add another booking, or if you've got two from the same family, you can just duplicate the booking and just change the pet name and everything else will be the same. Now, when I go submit, they'll get a confirmation. I can go from here directly into the invoice. The reason I might want to do that is because I might want to put in a modifier. Now, what a modifier is it's a discount. Okay, so we're just putting in a discount, or we're adding a price because we've said if you're going to stay past 6 o'clock, that's fine, but we do charge a little bit more for that last hour because we've got to pay a staff member to stay on. So, for example, we're going to do a gold card, which is a senior discount. You'll see it coming off there, so you can see what the price is going to be. Now, you can just save it, or you can send it straight away and go to the payment, or you can send the invoice. Now, because we have just released our owner payment portal, you can have it set up that they can pay directly themselves through the portal, which is great. So, and you can set it up so that they have to pay before they even come in. Or you can still do it the old way as well and send them an invoice. So totally up to you. We totally integrate with Xero and QuickBooks is coming, but we're also using Stripe through the direct payment plan. So please ask us more about that and we can tell you more information. Right, so I'm just going to save that. And now that's all ready to go. So that basically is my daycare module. Now transport is a separate demo, just so that you know, but transport can be connected in. So if you do pickups and drop-offs in the morning, then you'll be able to just book the dog and book the transport. So it's all interconnected for you. But more on that in the transport module. So thank you very much for listening. Please reach out if you need to find out more information.